Hey everyone, Shakarez here and welcome to yet another video. Today we'll be discussing some basic notions to help you successfully split push. Playing the split push is forcing the enemy team to make a very difficult call. They either commit to defending and leave the other 4 opponents to pressure the map elsewhere, or they try to fight with numbers advantage but risk losing their base. Most champions can be situationally very good split pushers. Usually the main requirement is to be ahead in gold, though some champions just need to hit certain item thresholds to be very strong at split pushing. Today I'll be focusing on split pushing as a top laner, however some of these points can be applied to any role who wants to split push. Number 1. Establishing vision. Establishing vision is probably the most important point to create a good split push. As a split pusher, you'll be deep in the enemy side of the map, so you'll need to see them coming in order to react, especially when they send more than one member. Assuming you're still split pushing on top lane, the best warding locations to warn you of incoming danger are these when playing red side, and these when playing blue side. Obviously, the locations of these wards change with the progression of the game and how the rest of your team is playing it. If they're pushed up as well and the first mid turret is down, chances are you won't need wards in the river, as it will be hard for the enemy team to flank through there. It's also very important to constantly look at the other lanes and see if they're being pushed, and also if your opponents are in that lane. If the enemy mid laner pushed his lane and is missing, chances are he's coming for you. One of the best ways to help you have better ward coverage is upgrading your warding totem to a greater stealth totem. With it, you can place 3-minute wards. Now, the best part about it is that it stores a charge every 60 seconds, up to 2 charges, so you can put a ward per minute and always have 2 active wards in the map just with the trinket. Not to mention that you can put 2 at once if you start up the charges. Number 2, Elixirs. Elixirs are a huge part of helping you split push. 3 of 4 of the Elixirs can directly help you split push, depending on what type of champion you're playing. The Elixir of Sorcery is a great tool for AP split pushers like Kayle, Teemo, or Diana. Not only does it give a good amount of AP and flat mana regeneration, it also gives you 25 true damage on hit. This has an internal cooldown versus champions, but when sieging turrets it applies 25 true damage every hit, making your AP champion a very strong split pusher. Elixir of Wrath should be your elixir of choice for any type of melee or ranged heavy AD carry, like Fiora, Tryndamere, Master Yi, or Vayne, for example. While realistically the only stat given to help you take down towers is attack damage, Bloodlust is an awesome tool for duels and will ensure you have the upper hand in these situations. Elixir of Ruin is probably the one you see the least, but it's especially useful for those split pushing tanks like Shen or Singed. They don't have the best turret killing capabilities, so 15% extra damage and a buff to their minions' damage to turrets is also very helpful. 3. Summoner spells. The biggest thing to mention here is teleport versus no teleport. Both work really, but your summoner spell will dictate how you play split push. If you're playing with a combat summoner like Ignite or even Exhaust, chances are you're mainly looking to kill your opponent whenever he comes to defend from your push. If you have teleport, you want to use it to join a team fight in case it breaks out. Having teleport generally means you can put pressure and still be available to help your team in a fight. Having teleport also gives you a choice. In some situations, you might just be better off split pushing instead of team fighting. Teleport can also be used as an escape tool, as you can teleport back to one of your towers. Split pushing as a strategy can yield very positive results in solo queue, where the opposing team doesn't always coordinate well enough to respond to it. However, it may be somewhat hard to have your teammates understand and use it to their advantage. This goes doubly for joining your team with teleport. Above all, ensure you communicate well with your team when split pushing for optimal results. That's going to be all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the Rift. Shakarez signing out.